Okay, hi everybody. So, yesterday I was meditating, and for some reason, Spirit led me to look at one of my videos. And I wanted to clarify or elaborate on something that I saw. So, I was doing a reading, and then a beetle was buzzing by my ear and around my head, right? And I want to make sure I give the appropriate symbolisms and the appropriate wordings and give the right message from Spirit. That's why Spirit sent me to that video. Like, you gotta get my message right. So, let's talk about a couple things regarding the beetle. My personal message that I heard, even in that moment, even though I knew to honor Spirit and what was happening, was a watchful eye. Like, I felt the watchful eye kind of energy, so I just automatically had said Haru. But the beetle represents rebirth. It represents a coming into a new. So whoever needed that message, if you see, I mean, somebody hit me up too. Somebody contacted me about a reading and was talking about they were finding dead beetles only when certain people would come around. And you have to think about it just like in a tarot, like a death card. You know, sometimes things need to end in order for other things to come to. And that's all the beetle was representing. Even though in ancient Kemet it's the scarab beetle, but still, we see those beetles and we feel it. Even with the June beetle. Bird just flew right by. But yeah, so it represents rebirth, something coming new. Something always has to die out for something to be reborn. And in that case, it was that story and that message. So I wanted to make sure I passed that along. So for anybody that's watching this and you may see a dead beetle or something like that, well, ask yourself, what is it that needs to die out in your life? Is it habits? Is it old friendships that are a bond, a trauma bond to somewhere you've grown from already? What's the rebirth? Matter of fact, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the different rebirths and how hard it is sometimes. Because I've went through a few. I've lived multiple lives in this lifetime. So let's talk about that. Because when I'm talking to friends, when I talk to clients, when I just observe, I see how hard it is with different people wanting to go a different lifestyle. Rather if it's religion, rather if it's moving out your old neighborhood, gang banging, homosexuality, whatever it is, drugs, whatever it is, it's hard once you realize, like, okay, I was here due to circumstance, or I was here due to a healing that I needed. I was here due to not knowing something else. I was here due to this is what I knew to be family, or this is what I was taught by family, or just you go through a change for whatever reason. And those bonds, those trauma bonds, it's hard to get away from that. You literally have to make the decision to be like, I care about my growth and my healing and my new walk more than what you think. Because it gets volatile sometimes. When you try to break those trauma bonds, people don't easily let you leave them. Violence happens sometimes. They go out with a bang. And it's a lot of people who are so scared of that, they don't allow their growth and their separation to what they want to walk towards. Like, I've had women who are transgender go get to a certain age in life and be like, this is when we were like in high school. And then leaving high school and they're like, I actually want to be with old dudes. Like, I actually want to do this or do that, but I will have to change, and I already got all these friends. I can't just, I went far. Like, I shaved my head. I don't even have clothes that are feminine anymore. Like, I can't just up and be like, okay, I'm gonna be a woman now again. Like, that don't even look right. Like, I'm gonna be, like, they care more about how other people were going to feel than how they truly felt within themselves. And I'm not saying this is going on with everybody, but for the people that are going through this, because I've talked to numerous people that have went through this, and none of them chose their truth, because they were so indulged into a world that had so many rules. Like, once you, it's like blood, like blood in, blood out kind of thing. Like, we cried together because we went against this and this together, and you understood my struggle, and you can't, like, go against it. Like, you know, we have to care more about our own path sometimes, because you never know who you're blocking or what you're blocking by not being true to yourself. People that died gangbanging when they knew they wanted to stop, when they knew they wanted to get out the neighborhood, but were born into a certain neighborhood and felt like they had to be a part of that to even go outside. But once they start to, like, come around different things, travel, go to different neighborhoods, go to different places, they don't want that to be their representation. Some people want to move to something different. They want to represent something different. But that seems like a sellout. When people get money, maybe they want to go spend it and get a new home somewhere else. Now the neighborhood feels like they're a sellout. And they care about that. And then they stay and then get shot because somebody's trying to rob them. You know what I mean? Not saying that that always happens, because it doesn't. But it's happened. And when your spirit tells you to move, tells you to do something different, that means that there's blessings somewhere else. There's people that are waiting with contracts in your next stage. You went through this stage already. There's other people that you have to meet and whose lives that you have to have an effect on. It's bigger than you. It's always bigger than you. You may be going down this path, and that stops you from giving birth to a child that chose you as its mother. But you want to be the man. And that's not how God designed you. It's so much. It's so much. And it's trauma bonds. It's literally being bonded to an area, to a situation, to a relationship, to a lifestyle, because of trauma. Bonding over trauma. And once you decided to heal, self-reflect, and understand and move away from it, it's a problem. It's hard. That's the rebirth. Rebirth, when it comes to spiritual aspects of things, there has to be a depth of something. Rather if it be habits, rather if it be an aspect of yourself, if it be who you used to be around, what you used to do, it's a death to something in order for a birth of your new life. So when you see the Beatles, think rebirth. Okay? That's all today, you guys. Peace and love.